Hello everyone. Today I'll be narrating the third chapter of the manuscript titled The Real Beauty and the Beast. Life is Not a Fairy Tale. The title of the third chapter is The Beauty and the Beast. Who's the One? It's a new day filled with renewed hope that I might finally identify the beast of my story. Today feels special. I'll be reunited with my husband and son after nearly a week apart. I work remotely as a writer for a company based out of India. My professional work demands focus, often pulling me into roles I never expected to play, like the curious neighbor. But that's part of the process. I search for stories that matter, stories other can learn from, stories that reflect life as it truly is. At times, my life feels like an island, but this isolation is a choice, a price paid for meaningful work. This work gives me happiness and purpose. There's a depth to life we often overlook. The stories we tell or live through may seem unreal to others, but that doesn't make them any less true. Life is both beautiful and beastly. The emotional beasts we carry within shape its complexity. Learning to live with or tame those beasts is what makes life whole. As I sit to write, my mind drifts to my surroundings. Maya's house is alive with music. It's Saturday, and a peppy pop song blares through the walls. It seems last night's dinner brought them closer. The family dances together, parents holding hands, their son jumping between them, giggling. I smile. Later, I notice Maya's husband helping around the house, drying clothes, assisting in the kitchen. Their son, ever energetic, runs small errands, vegetables in hand. It's simple, yet telling scene. That earlier conversation between Maya's husband and his friend Vinod still lingers in my mind. There's something there, something I need to explore more deeply. But not today. My family arrives. We catch up on the week and make plans for the day. Though I usually prefer to stay home, especially with my story unfolding next door. I can't say no. After all, I'm not just a writer, I'm also a wife and a mother. We pack for a short picnic and head out. To my surprise, Maya's family is doing the same. Bags in hand, smiles on their face. We unknowingly arrive at the same picnic spot. Watching Maya's family interact brings back memories. Her son Chintu is about the same age my son once was. I see her feeding him, both laughing together. There's warmth in that simple moment. Meanwhile, my focus on the script becomes obvious. My family is mildly annoyed. I'm distracted, absorbed. They don't know I'm working on something special. I plan to surprise them. Later, we end up at the cinema. Maya and her family are there too, seated next to us. Quietly, I swap seats to sit closer to them. There's something in observing this closeness, something that might help me shape the story better. Is the beast in disguise? I wonder. Then the film plays, but my focus remains on the real life scenes around me. On my way back home, my family chats animatedly. I'm half asleep in the passenger seat, satisfied that the day has given me both a break and a fresh material. Two families, one space, separate lives, and a story still waiting to unfold. So that's the third chapter. Please do let me know in the comment section if you like the story so far. I'm waiting to hear from you. Thanks for your time and thanks for watching.